And still focusing on AFCON 2027, Parliament rejects move to increase Kenya's AFCON 2027 budget. It is becoming hot. We've already talked about CAF's requirements that need to be done within 3 months, 90 days. We've been given a 90-day ultimatum. You can check out the full video on our YouTube channel because it was the previous video, but you can check it out. It's becoming hot. It's becoming serious for Kenya. The National Assembly's Sports Committee has turned down a proposal to increase Kenya's AFCON 2027 budget, with the country yet to submit the 3.5 billion Kenya shilling hosting fee. Do make sure to stay tuned because it is about to go down. The Ministry of Sports has suffered a setback after its bid to increase its budget for the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations was shot down by Parliament. National Assembly Committee on Sports and Culture rejected a move by the Sports Ministry to raise Kenya's AFCON 2027 hosting budget from 3.5 billion Kenya shillings to 5 billion after Sports Principal Secretary Elijah Mwangi said there was no need for extra funds to meet the high standards. According to Citizen Digital, Mwangi told the committee, which is chaired by Webuye East MP Dan Wanyama, that a recent visit to Morocco, who staged AFCON 2025, indicated that there is need for increased funding if Kenya has to stage a memorable tournament. Why Sports Ministry wants extra money? This is a good point as to why they actually need the extra money, considering they already set the budget. So, we established that for Kenya to match the standards set during the competition in Morocco, we must enhance the budget, Mwangi told the committee. However, the committee shot down the proposal, telling the ministry to stick to the amount that they had earlier agreed upon, as Kenya, unlike Morocco, will not be staging the tournament alone but rather co-hosting it with neighbors Uganda and Tanzania. In fact, you should be cutting down your budget because the championship is being hosted by 3 states. Your push for an enhanced allocation should not be based on a country that single-handedly hosted AFCON, Wanyama responded during deliberations on the 2026 budget policy statement. Kenya, just like Tanzania and Uganda, are required to pay a hosting fee of 3.5 billion Kenya shillings to the Confederation of African Football, CAF. The other 2 countries have already submitted the allocation, but Kenya is lagging behind, putting the nation in the spotlight over its preparedness to host AFCON 2027. Need to stick to set budgetary allocation. Uganda and Tanzania, who are our co-hosts, have already complied by paying the required fee to secure the hosting rights. Mwangi further told the committee, which insisted the shared nature of the tournament must be reflected on the budget. Adding an extra 1.5 billion Kenya shillings would have gone above the limit given the proposed ceiling for the sports department in the 2026-27 financial year is 25.49 billion, which includes 7.38 billion Kenya shillings for recurrent expenditure and 18.11 billion Kenya shillings for development. The Wanyama-led committee, however, promised to engage the National Treasury to push for the quick release of the pending hosting fee, whose delay is threatening to cast Kenya in a negative light as far as staging AFCON 2027 is concerned. So there you have it, courtesy of Pulse Sports. Parliament rejects move to increase Kenya's AFCON 2027 budget. You've already heard it that Uganda and Tanzania have already paid their hosting fee to CAF. It's only Kenya lagging. And we have these requirements that need to be addressed in 3 months. Yani Kenya, we are behind. It looks like we're going to be having, or rather we're going to paint a negative picture when it comes to hosting AFCON 2027. We're behind in terms of payment, infrastructure. CAF is not happy with our stadiums and our preparation. And I've been talking about it on our TikTok page, how Nyayo Stadium is still open, yet it should have been shut in order to start renovations. They wanted to be a hosting venue instead of just a training facility. So I don't know how this is going to go down. It is looking pretty interesting. Musonye also talks about how our stadium, Talanta Stadium, will be better than the stadiums in Morocco. We're seeing the lagging, we're seeing how we're behind. And just, I mean, at this point, just comment what you think about this. Kenya's preparation for AFCON 2027. Are we on the right track? What do you think about this extra money? Would you, if you were in this situation, would you give that extra money in order to prepare for AFCON 2027? Or do you agree that as a co-host, we actually need to lower our expenses? Do let us know in the comments. But thank you so much for watching until the end. Do make sure to check out our other social media platforms at L4B Love Football. Do like this video and remember to subscribe to Kenya's biggest football channel. For more on this entertainment, do make sure to click the playlist. And as always, support Kenyan football. We out.